What's up, it's you? For today's video, we have a full Gym Leader Marnie team. We've done Milo, we've done Nessa, Kaboo, Bia, Alistair, Opal, Bede, Melanie, and Piers. We are almost through all of the gym leaders. I think it's taken us nearly, I reckon it'd be getting pretty close to 3 months. Has anyone watched all of the Generation 8 gym leader teams? Let me know in the comment section. Now, these battles, or one of these battles, is done on Twitch, and you can also follow me there for live streams, twitch.tv/PIMPNITE. Link is in the description of the video. Thank you for all the support there. It's been amazing. All right, the first battle is against Slimy Guy 69, and I was actually using the 5 Pokemon. Now, this team is similar to Pia's team, obviously with the typing and stuff, and some of the moves really weren't good, right? I noticed a lot of the gym leaders that, like Opal and Bede, when they sort of took over, or when there was like 2 gym leaders, their teams weren't very, very strong. So we got Torment, Snarl, Nasty Plot, and Fake Out. So we're on this one going to be running a max speed and max special attack set. I didn't run any attack for the Fake Out, just use that to get a flinch, get rid of the opponents on low health, and just some extra health. So I can't really do a lot here. I'm completely walled, but it's not like I can really swap it out because this thing can wreck all of my Pokemon. So I was like, okay, I'll just stand and go for Snarl, then get a little bit of damage, and instead of bulletproof, it's got soundproof. Usually, most of the time, bulletproof is better in singles, and the soundproof is better in doubles, right? But that's how it is. There's nothing I can do. I am completely walled. Now, the item I got this one is the Focus Sash, as you can see. And Focus Sash obviously activates really nice there with its ability. So there's nothing I can do here. I'm completely walled. I can't go for Snarl. I can't go for Fake Out. And oh man, it's the biggest counter in the world. So Kobo's going to have another soundproof there. And he can just go for a Drain Punch and take me out. Pretty much Lipard was dead weight. So at this point in the game, it was 4 Pokemon versus 6. Like Lipard didn't do anything at all. Like, not that, it wasn't its fault. It's just the set was like so bad, right? So we're going to go into the Toxicroak now. Oh, I forgot to mention, these are the actual gym leader sets, right? So these are the exact moves, abilities that they use. So we got Gunk Shot, Poison Jab, Drain Punch, and Earthquake. So this set's reasonable on the Toxicroak. We got max speed and max attack on this one. I went for the Gunk Shot here. I needed like a lot of damage, right? Maybe a Poison, and that does pretty good damage. It's about a 2k on the Como. Now, Como can't go for a Drain Punch. However, it's going to be going for a Boo Burst, which is interesting. And it only does about half of my Toxicroak's health, which is really, really nice. Now, the problem was here, do I go for a safety Poison Jab and not take it out? Or do I go for a Gunk Shot and, have a good chance of taking it out, but at the cost of a miss? All right, anyway, decided to go for the Gunk Shot. I needed this Pokemon God, and Como finally goes down. That was a very, very scary Pokemon there. That could easily go through my entire team, like especially Pokemon that had a lot of base speed and offense, that had a nice fighting type move and a psychic type move too to cover the Toxicroak. That was me pretty much ended in all the battle situations I come across. Okay, so we've got Dreadnought coming out here. I've got Drain Punch for this thing. It does, I'm guessing it has some sort of ground type move. That's why it came out. Now, I do have Dry Skin as the ability, but I don't really want to swap here. I've got a super effective move, and I'll be able to heal off my health, right? So go for that Drain Punch, almost taking out the Dreadnought. It was very, very close. Unfortunately, I didn't get the KO there. I did get all my health back, which was really nice too. So Dreadnought's going to go for a high horsepower. High horsepower actually misses, man. That was actually so good, because that enabled my Toxicroak to live, because that definitely would have taken me out, or done a lot of damage to me regardless, and, I would have been down to 3 Pokemon. So going for that Drain Punch on the Dreadnought, it is going to go down. I reckon out of all the Generation 8 Pokemon, I don't know, what do you guys think? I reckon Dreadnought's the one that's sort of like, I guess Forgotten's not the I'm not sure if Forgotten's the right word, because I guess it's not that forgettable, but I'd say not cared about that much. Would I be right? I mean, I don't mind it myself, but I feel like not many people really care about that Pokemon or sort of like it. I'm not sure. What do you think? All right, so we got a Cinderace coming out here. Never seen one of these before. I can just go for the best, strongest move I can. I know that it's probably going to outspeed me, but it's not like I can really swap anything into it, and I'm going to get Pyro Balled in the face there. Nothing I could have done. Toxicroak is going to go down. Now, I've got to get around Cinderace. This is a very, pretty powerful Pokemon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Grims now. Obviously, we had the G-Max Grimmsnarl here. We got Spirit Break, Dankus Lariat, and Bulk Up. which is pretty nice there. And I thought I could make use of Quick Claw. I get the Quick Claw activation right, and then I went for the G-Max, which is really, really good, right? So that's going to enable me to outspeed the Cinderace. On a lot of the really bulky G-Max or Dynamax Pokemon, I use the Quick Claw just for the fun, and a lot of times it actually works. It's like super, super good. All right, guys, remember, when you look at Grimmsnarl, right, you got to remember to never miss leg day. Look at those legs. I mean, look at those toes, man. Don't miss toe day, guys. What would toe day even be? Like, you grab like a weight with your toes and you wiggle it. Man, I'm going to try that, but has anyone ever done that? You get like a little bar, right? You put it in between your toes and you just like try and pick the little weight up with your toes. That's that. Actually, you know what? That's probably a thing. Someone's probably done that before. I'm going to Google it afterwards. I better turn the safe search on. Anyway, so we got a G-Max Snooze, which is its G-Max move. What that does has a 50% chance of putting the opponent to sleep, which is really cool. Now, this bit, I actually was meant to go for a max guard, but I misclicked and went for a move instead. But fortunately for me, I actually got another Quick Claw activation, and Cinderace is going to go down. Cinderace would have actually gone to sleep then if I went for the max guard. So I kind of regret doing it because I wanted to show it off, but man, that was super lucky getting Quick Claw twice in a row there. Not that, I mean, I should have definitely won that anyway because I should have just gone Protect, but that, that's how it was. My bad luck turned to good luck once. So the next Pokemon we got is the Tyranitar. Now, if you remember, they haven't actually done a Dynamax yet, so I'm starting to think, okay, maybe they'll go Dynamax on their Tyranitar. They've got the Sandstorm. I mean, what can they do here? They can't go for a Dark-type move. They're either going to have to go for a Rock-type move or some sort of just coverage move. And Grimmsnarl's pretty bulky, right? And you can see the base power there on the Max Starfall. So I thought about going for a G-Max Snooze, and then I thought, nah, I don't really want to do that because if I don't get the 50% chance of making them drowsy, right, I'll do no damage. So I might as well go for the Max Starfall in case they do go for a G-Max, sorry, a Dynamax. Getting my G's and my D's mixed up. All right, I definitely don't do that. So we got the big old Tyranitar here, and I was very right to go for the Max Starfall on the Tyranitar. Tyranitar's very, very bulky as well in the sand. So I had to do like a lot of damage to it, and then maybe I could bring one of my other Pokemon in, to take it out. Okay, so I actually got the Max Starfall. I actually went first, which is nice too. Most of the time I was always going like last for my Grimmsnarl if Quick Claw didn't activate. So getting over half health for that, which is really, really good there, getting that nice super effective and putting the Misty Terrain on the field. Now, Tyranitar, instead of going for a Rock-type move, it went for Max Hailstorm. So I'm guessing that came off like Ice Punch. So they clearly didn't have a Rock-type move, and I ate that Ice Punch easy. Like, I was running a Max Health and Max Attack set, Adamant Nature. That was the EVs I was running, right? So I'm going to hit by the Hail. Now, the bad thing for the Tyranitar, not only did it get rid of its Sandstorm trying to take me out, it's also going to get hit by the Hail itself too. So Grimmsnarl's now back to its normal. That was my last turn there. And I can go for a Spirit Break to try and take it out. And Spirit Break is a really cool move, and that's going to take the Tyranitar out there, which is really, really good. So I've got 2 more Pokemon to take out, and I've got 3 more Pokemon remaining. So I was just trying to add my Pokemon up there. Okay, so I've got 44 health now. I reckon Grimmsnarl is pretty much done unless it gets a Quick Claw activation. It's only got a bit of health left too. So the next Pokemon coming out here is the Shiftry. Good to see Shiftry being used. Shiftry's sort of like, if you guys heard of Zarude, that, the Pokemon that's coming, right? Basically, Shiftry's going to kind of be like it. So I hope they do something really interesting to it, right? Give it make it a little bit more powerful than Shiftry, right? I'll give it, you know what? If they do anything, please give it Leaf Storm so I can do Zarude Leaf Storm. So we got the Grimmsnarl going down there. I've only got 2 more Pokemon remaining. I need a drink of water, guys. Okay, we're all fresh. So what I do, right, guys, I drink water before I narrate, but I still have to drink it like during the narration. I'm not sure why that is. My throat gets, I don't know, it's not sore, it sort of gets constricted. If anyone, I don't know, if anyone knows how to get rid of that or knows something good for that, let me know, like, anyone that sings or anything like that or narrates themselves and stuff. I don't know, it's just like something I get that's, it gets sort of constricted, right? So anyway, old Shiftry gets a little bit constricted there with a fist in his face, and that is going to go down. Getting some nice recovery on the Scrafty too. That was a max speed and max attack one. Now, it doesn't actually have the Moxie ability, it's got Shed Skin, so that was unfortunate. I would have actually quite liked a +1 in speed, attack, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So we got the Vikavolt coming in here. Now, Vikavolt is quite I was actually happy about this because I knew that I could probably leave any attack from the thing. I knew that I could outspeed it, and Crunch would hit it fairly hard, and then I could probably be like my last Pokemon in to maybe take it out. So go for the Crunch on the Vikavolt there. Does pretty good damage there, and Vikavolt goes for a Guillotine, and Guillotine actually lands against Scrafty. I couldn't believe it. That was very, very lucky there. So I've only got one more Pokemon left. And, you know, I'm starting to worry a little bit because this Pokemon, I wasn't sure if I could actually take it out or not. So the mist is going to disappear from the battlefield. I have to admit, I didn't expect that Guillotine. That was a very good troll play there, 10 out of 10. So we got Morpeko. I've said use Morpeko so many times. Max attack, max speed, adamant nature. Now, let's have a look at Morpeko's moves. So Aura Wheel's going to do nothing. Bullet Seed's going to do nothing. Torment and Quick Attack. I'm in a lot of trouble here because... Right, I can't go for Protect because I can't turn my, I can't turn myself into my Hangry mode, then get Stab on or a Will. I'm going to have to go for an attack that's not very effective. And Vikavolt isn't exactly what you call a frail Pokemon either. So, and like Torment's only going to stop from using the same move in a row. Quick Attack's probably going to do less than Aura Will. So my only option is to pretty much go for Aura Will and hope for a critical hit, right? That's it. I've got no other options. I know that I can outspeed it. It was just that Guillotine from before. All right, so going on my little hamster wheel, and Vikavolt's going to be able to live that one easily. Now, I do get the +1 in speed. Not that it mattered. And, of course, Vikavolt's got the Bug Buzz. And Morpeko is going to get absolutely wasted. So Vikavolt's Guillotine landing on my Scrafty actually won then the battle. So GG, thanks for the battle, Slimy Guy 69, whoever you are. If you you did battle me and you did see this video, leave a comment below. I actually really like battling like random people, because I've had some random people that like, oh, PIMPNITE, I battled you the other day on the link battle thing and stuff like that. It's like super cool. You can just connect with randoms. All right, the next battle we got, this one's actually done on my Twitch stream. This was against, where's the person's username? Serpent Sniper Fast. So we got a Vulpix, a Alola lead. This was pretty interesting, and we've got the snow warning going. So we got another battle with some snow on it. I mean, to me, right, it sort of looks like falling salt and snow. When you look about it, right, this snow doesn't really look like that, right? It's not like big chunks. That's more like a big sort of like hailstorm, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, those big chunks of hail, they sort of look like big salt things. Anyway, so we got the tail whip here. It's gonna drop my defense. I'm like, what is this? A physical like Vulpix Alola? Anyway, fun fact too, guys, I've never ever seen snow in my life. Is there anyone out there that shares this with me? I doubt there'll be like any people at all that have not seen snow. I'm the only one. So unfortunately for me, I failed to take the Vulpix out there with the snow, which is like low-key embarrassing. And now we got another tail whip there. It's like this Vulpix Alola was like taunting me, right? So we're gonna get some more damage to the hail. The only thing about the hail was it got rid of my focus sash there, right? So all I can do is go for another Snarl and take it out. I can't go for a Fake Out or anything. Having Fake Out and only Snarl as a moves are sort of like really bad as well on this life bud. So down goes the Vulpix. I mean, at least I took Vulpix out, right? That's a solid start. It did a little bit of damage to me with the Hail. The Hail Tail, people. The Hail Tail. Now, I'm actually fairly confident that I could do like some damage to the next Pokemon, but I was thinking, right, I think I know what's going to come out. And on their team, I seen they had a Scrafty, so like, I know this Pokemon's going to come out. There's nothing I can do unless I go for a Torment to stop them from going for like, a fighting type move. I could do that, or I could just go for Snarl and get some sort of damage. I decided to go for Snarl, get some sort of damage. I was kind of hoping they didn't have a Drain Punch. They had like another fighting type move. So we're going to drop the special attack of the Scrafty, and instead of going for Drain Punch, it went for High Jump Kick. Oh man, poor Lipard. It just got kicked in its purple face, and it's going to go down. That was also a critical hit too. That would have taken probably 6 Lipards out. Okay, people, do you guys have a cat or a dog? I mean, if you don't have a cat or a dog, what would you like better, like a cat or a dog? I personally myself more of a dog's person. What do you people think? Give me your comments in the comments section. I like to read the comments. Like every day, while I have my breakfast, right, I'll sit down and I'll read the comments on my videos, or all the comments that I got for the day on my channel. It's actually really good. It's actually, and some you guys are really funny too. Like I read some really, really funny comments. So I really do always read my comments. So when you put a comment down, it's guaranteed that I will read it. While I eat my breakfast. I sort of on my phone it shows all the latest comments and stuff for the whole day. All right. So anyway, we got the Scrafty living that Drain Punch. Unfortunately, it's gonna have a Citrus Berry, and it goes for a Leah. Man, High Jump Kick Leah. this person has watched a couple of PIMPNITE videos in his time, I reckon. So it's going to drop my defense by 1. Now, if I get hit by any sort of Fighting type move, I am a goner. Like, hopefully I can outspeed this. This matchup here, that could have been a couple of speed ties right there. I'm not sure, right? I'm not really sure. It definitely could have been. I could have been very lucky there. So the Scruffy's going to go down. I've got 4 Pokemon remaining, and they've got 4 as well. Now, the next Pokemon coming out is the Parla. How do you say this? I'm going to attempt to say this name. I don't think it's a nickname. I think it's a language. I could be wrong about that anyway. I'm mostly always wrong about these things. So go for Drain Punch regardless. I'm going to see if I can say this name. Palaticho. Did I say it right? Did I say it right, guys? Anyway, so I'm going to hit by a Brave Bird. I did not expect to live that one. I'm running a max... I'm running a max health, max attack set. That's why I lived it. So we must both been running bulky Scrafties, right? So this is a bulky Scrafty. I apologize if I did say it was a speedy one. That's why I lived. I was like, how did I speed that? Actually live that. So we got the close combat from the Farfetch again, and that is going to take me out. The Surfetch, Farfetch, man, I always get them mixed up. I got that mixed up from like day 1. So my Scrafty's got to go down. I've got 3 more Pokemon remaining, and we've got to take out this Surfetch as well. It's got a lot of offensive presence about it. Now we're going to bring in more Pekos like my fastest Pokemon, and I've got the Air Balloon as well as my item if you haven't already noticed. Now, Quick Attack should be just enough to take it out there. I thought about going for Oriwell. I was like, no, let's go for Quick Attack, and that's going to take out the Farfetch in case the Farfetch... the Surfetch had Quick Attack itself. I got out of the habit of calling Surfetch Farfetch, but today I'm just calling it Farfetch. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. It's just one of those days, you know? Like, it's one of those days where you just mess the name up like 50 times in a row and you can't do anything about it. So we got the Runerigus coming out here. We've only got 2 more Pokemon left. And, man, Runerigus, can you get hit really hard by an Oriwell? Or a Bullet Seed, or I can Torment it too, if it does have some really annoying ass moves. So I'm going to go for the Torment here. What Torment does, you don't see it very often. It actually stops the opponent using the same move in a row. So they're going to go for the Toxic Spikes, which is actually not a bad play there, because my other Pokemon are going to swap in there and get poisoned. So at least they can't set up a second layer of Toxic Spikes, and they can't use Earthquake either if they are packing an Earthquake. They're going to have to get rid of my Air Balloon with another sort of move, right? Which definitely could be any sort of Ghost type move, right? Normally it's got a ground type move, the Earthquake and like Shadow Claw. So go for the Bullet Seed. I thought this could be a fun moves to go for, and it might do a little bit more damage if it hits like 5 times compared to an Oriwell. We'll do like, most of the same sort of damage. So go for some Bullet Seeds there on the Runerigus. It's actually hitting a lot of times. This was the 5th hit that I got from it, so that was very, very lucky. I almost took Runerigus out with the Bullet Seed. I'm getting my bullet moves mixed up now. God damn it. Okay, so we got the Shadow Claw from the Runerigus. It's not going to be very effective. However, they do crit me, and they do actually get rid of that Air Balloon as well. But that's a little bit too late for Runerigus because it has to obviously live the next attack, which it definitely can't. I can go for Oriwell again. I think what I was doing right is I was actually saving Oriwell. Like I was trying to make it out that I didn't have Oriwell. That's what I was doing. I was trying to figure out why I did that for. I was like, I'm going to make the opponent think that I don't have Oriwell and just use like all the other moves. So down goes to Runerigus, and I also want to disrespect them. The KO with them, the Bullet Seed as well. So we're going to go back into our non-hungry form there, and we got the Rillaboom coming in. So Rillaboom, I'm definitely going to have to go for the Oriwell here. But unfortunately for me, it's on the electric at the moment due to my form. So I can either go for another Torment or just go for Oriwell again. So I decided to go for the Torment in case this thing had like Drain Punch or any like really strong grass type moves, and it went for a Screech. Oh my goodness, it's got Screech, Leah and Screech Rillaboom, people. This is the content you guys want to watch, and it's right here. So my defense is going to be like, oh man, I'm going to get like taken out by like a leafage at this point. So I'm going to boost my my speed, and Rillaboom gets hit pretty hard by the Oriwell and heals herself off with another Citrus Berry. Now, this thing can go for any kind of grass move. It's going to go for a Drum Beating, and Drum Beating looks really cool. I've always liked the animation of that move. And Morpeko's going to obviously go down after a Screech. Screech isn't it's very good at all, but it does drop your defense by 2 stages. So it's just a better version of Leah, but at the cost of a little bit more accuracy, right? All right, so now we're into Grimps. Now, they haven't actually Dynamaxed their Pokemon either, so I was thinking to take this Rillaboom out, I'm definitely going to have to go for a Dynamax. and go for a Dynamax Darkest Lariat or a Max Starple. But I actually wanted the chance to put it to sleep, right? So I was like, let's go for a G-Max move anyway. Getting the Quick Claw activation again at a really, really good time before the G-Max. Now, this is a really interesting thing too. If you do have a Quick Claw as your item and you got a G-Max or Dynamax, the Quick Claw will activate before you do that, right? If you notice, right? So if it doesn't activate before it, it's not going to go off. So you're going to have to wait to the next turn or whatever. Just a fun little thing there that I noticed using Quick Claw so many times. All right, so we got the big old Grimmsnarl there with a 404 health. I did remember my Dynamax candies. I actually did. Now, we've got a double G-Max and Dynamax here. Rillaboom is going to be their Pokemon here. Now, with this thing being a Dynamax Pokemon, it's going to have a lot of health, and my attacks are definitely not going to be able to take this thing out. It's actually surprisingly bulky. It's actually surprisingly got a decent amount of speed about it, too. It's sort of like a, all-rounder kind of Pokemon. All right, so I'm going to outspeed due to my Quick Claw going off before, which is really nice. And that does some pretty nice damage. Rillaboom just lives it as well. Now, I don't get the drowsy thing there, so the 50% didn't come into effect. And I'm going to get hit by, I'd say that was going to be Drum Beating. Drum Beating did a lot of damage to me there with the Max Overgrowth. The good thing about that is, though, it did get a little bit more health on the grassy terrain. However, its moves or its grass type moves are going to be boosted by 50%. So they're going to be hitting really, really hard. The next one, there's no way I'll even live that. I mean, if that grassy terrain was on the field then, right, and then it used its move, I think I would have got one shot or very, very close. It's very, very... Those terrains like power up the moves like so much. Okay, I'm going to go for my G-Max move here again. And since I didn't have the Quick Claw, Rillaboom is definitely going to be able to outspeed me, and my Grimmsnarl, it's going to go down to a couple of mushrooms. But it doesn't matter. I've got one more Pokemon left, and that Pokemon is my Toxicroak, right? Now, Toxicroak's going to be pretty good against this. I've got Poison Jab, and I've got Gunk Shot. Now, I think this is their last Pokemon. I believe they only brought 5 Pokemon. Let me see for a second. I think this one was actually done on stream. So getting rid of those Toxic... Yeah, they did. They brought 5 Pokemon because I brought 5. So that was very good of them to do that. Now, I can go for a Poison Jab here. Rillaboom, instead of attacking me, is going to go for the Max Guard. The reason they did that, they knew they were going to get outsped, right? And they thought they may as well get, like, some health back from the, terrain on the field. And, there was nothing to lose there. So now we got the Rillaboom. It's going to be small again. And I'm very confident I can outspeed this running a Jolly Nature on my Toxicroak. There's no point going for a Gunk Shot. Let's just go for the Poison Jab and finish off this battle. Hope you guys enjoyed both these. They were really fun doing all the gym leader teams. I guess the next one we got is Raihan, and that's going to be the last one. So crazy how we did them pretty fast, I guess. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll catch you tomorrow with some sort of video. Peace out, and have a good day or night.